Hello everybody and welcome back to Part-Time to All-Time, and we are still with Bath City, but let's look at where we've been since you were last with us, because there's been a lot of fixtures. I believe we left off Forest Green Rovers. We lost to Forest Green Rovers in the FA Trophy. We went on a bit of run where we were unbeaten, but we drew 3 on the bounce and then recently lost to Dover Athletic, which is pretty sad. We deserved to win that game against Dover, but ended up losing it, which means we're in touch with the playoffs. But, I mean, if we won against Dover and instead of drawing the other two of the other games, won them, we would have been in a position where we were like, 7 points better or 45 points and in with a shout at the title, let alone a playoff place. It is very tight at the top of this league, but we're that level below them, so we're 10 points off of the top of the league, but only 2 points behind Slough Town, who occupy that last playoff place. And astonishingly, I can say that we have done some transfer business. So, we let go of our second striker, who was 35 years old. There was interest in him, and to be honest, although we didn't get any money for him, I wanted his wage off of the wage bill, because that would free up my ability to do transfers. What I didn't realise is Jack Matthews' loan ended in January, which is a bit of a bummer. But as you can see, I've got him back. But not only that, I got him back for nothing. So we were paying, I think, £300, £400 a week for his wages. With him being back in now, we are paying no wages for him, which is huge, because that's allowed me to reinvest that money. So now we have a new left back on loan from Stoke City. This is Francis Guima, and he looks really good, and he has a lot of potential. And if I'm not incorrect, I think he's out of contract with Stoke soon. Although it says 2026 there. So I think at the end of the season, he is out of contract with Stoke. So if he does well, I'm going to look to try and sign him. But obviously, letting go one of my strikers, I needed to bring in a new one. And Wilson is on an extreme goal-scoring drought. So was the other one, to be fair, but I keep saying the other one because I can't remember his name, and I'm so sorry. But he's on a goal-scoring drought as well, so again, I was glad to have rid of him. And we've brought in Charles Hagan, who all his current and potential ability points to him being really good. He can play up front or he can play on the right-hand side, which I really, really like. If Wilson starts scoring again, we can play Hagan on the right-hand side instead of Alves, and then we can have quite a formidable attack. But at the moment, I want to drop Wilson because he's simply not performing. And I want to see what Hagan will do. And Greenslade will be leaving the club at the end of the season as well, because I need a really good playmaking wingback. And I'm hoping this guy is the answer. And he's only 19, so I'm looking forward to seeing this guy in action for sure. But apart from that, that's the way we look now. And I think we look a bit better rounded than we did before, which I think is a very good thing. And we've got everyone back now. And we've even got someone we can't even fit into the first team squad, which is something that we couldn't do before. But it's time to play Worthing, who are challenging playoffs, if not in the playoffs, I want to say. I'm not totally sure. I'm sure we will see in a second as the teams warm up here. And then after this, I believe we play Horsham, I think. And I think they are near the playoffs too, because I've been trying to plan out what the next video is on. I think the next video will contain a top of the table Hornchurch clash. So there's Worthing, and Horsham that we are taking on are also just above us. Big games. These are games that we need to be winning if we want to take a shot at the playoffs. Which, to be fair, would be ahead of schedule, because we are aiming and we were predicted middle of the table. So, and Bath City in real life are actually fighting relegation at the moment, so we would be overachieving somewhat. But we are 1-0 down within 2 minutes. That's not good. We did do this in another match that we did bring back, but that's not the greatest of starts. I'll be honest. I was really hoping we'd be able to turn around this weird run of form where we've been drawing a lot and then we just lost against Dover. And the loss against Dover is not great considering Dover are 16s. That was definitely not one we wanted on the board. So we really need to get back into this game against Worthing, because this could really, really harm our chances of sneaking into those playoffs if we want to do that. Because we're close. We're really close. Worthing with a corner again, though. That's not what we want to see. It's headed away by Matthews, I think. Oh my goodness me, and there's a scramble, but Worthing have another corner. They are battering us here at the moment. I love that they've got drip on their shirts. That's hilarious. Corner swings in, and that's 2-0. Okay. And Hagen has immediately got injured. Man, oh man, oh man. Right, don't get stuck in then, fine. We need some spark, because this is just not good enough. Jenkins Davies brings the ball forward on the left-hand side, and still has the ball. Can he find someone? Roos finds Tilson. Tilson will find Alves, who takes a long shot and goes over the bar. This is a difficult one. They are dominating this match. Looks like we're bringing Hagen off at half-time. That's just really sad. There was another striker I went in for. Oh my goodness me. There was another striker I went in for, but he ended up joining Western-super-Mare instead, which I find a bit of a weird decision, considering I believe Western are mid-table, but they're not as high as we are. I thought we had a good chance of getting him, but we didn't. This has just not been good enough. This has just not been good enough. We need to be way better. But I don't see where it's going to come from. That's the problem. Guima has not impressed on his debut. I think what we're going to do is we're going to bring Greenslade on. And we're going to bring... Parcells had a bad match too. Alves has been non-existent. We'll bring Ash on for Alves. We just need momentum. If we can get one, we have momentum to come into the match. But if we get it on like the 90th minute, it's no good at that point. Jenkins Davis absent again today. He's a very, very like hit or miss player. There'll be games where he dominates, and then there'll be games where he just doesn't turn up. And this is one of those games where he doesn't turn up. Maybe he's not good in big matches. That's something I need to check. But either way, we don't really have another option. Ay, ay, ay. This is not going the way we wanted it. Barton's absent again too. This has just been really, really poor. I think this... Yeah, this puts us 2 points behind Slough. This was a massive opportunity. That's so disappointing. Look at them. 6.3, 6.2, 6.1, 6.1, 6.2. That's just awful. They should be ashamed of that performance. Good lord, right. I'll be back for the game against Horsham. Good lord. Right, it is time for our game against Horsham, which if we win, we will move into the playoff spots. Because we beat Slough Town. In the game in between these games, we beat Slough Town, and we actually beat them convincingly. We beat them 4-1, which, little bit of a surprise, I can't lie. This is the town I started against. This is the team I started against Slough Town. So I think I probably want to stick with it. I'm going to try and integrate. Give me a... Slowly? Wilson did score in that game as well, which is something to definitely know. I think actually I'll give him a start, because it's more of a then it's kind of like, You scored. Good job. Now you get your start. That's what we want to encourage. He finally broke that streak where he just couldn't score. It's taken a long time, mister. I think some of those draws, if you'd been scoring, we certainly would have turned into wins. It's snowing in snowy Horsham. Look at the stands, they're all green. Love that. In keeping. We are away though. Horsham have fallen off a little bit. So this is a team we need to be beating if we want to try and sneak into those playoff places. That's for sure. We need another performance like we put in against Slough. If we can do that, we will get the result we need. But it is Horsham on the attack here. In their very Norwich-esque colours. I hope that's not blasphemy to anyone. Coming forward, we need to try and press them here, try and win back possession. We're not doing a very good job of it, and they find their way to our penalty area. Can they cross it in here? They do. Header, just saved by Wiles Richards. My goodness me. It's a good start from Horsham in these first 2 minutes. We don't want to be going down early like we did in the first match of this video. That's for sure. We're in possession now. Wiles Richards, long ball. Doesn't find Alves, and it's back into possession for Horsham here. This is not what we want to be doing. We have to take into account we're away from home, but still. Still bringing it forward here, Horsham. A lot of space on the right-hand side. They cross it in. Just wide of the right-hand post. It has taken a deflection. It'll be a Horsham corner. Dear, oh dear. We need to get a grip on this game. We have not been in it so far. Although, we did get a corner right there, as you can see in that little visualizer. Which, I didn't think it would be that impactful, but it is quite nice to have that 2D visualizer, because it allows you to... Oh, that's a bad goal kick, but Jenkins Davies has blasted that one over, but the 2D visualizer does kind of show the momentum of the game a little bit. You can see if you're pegging them back, which we are at the moment. Jenkins Davies with the free kick from the left-hand side. He's going to swing it inwards. We find someone. Oh, a header from Batten, and it's gone in. It's a scramble on the goal line. And Rains has his first goal back after his injury. He was out for 2 to 3 months. He's finally back now, and it's nice to have our regular right back. Instead of playing a centre-back out the role, let's be honest. The header comes from Batten. It's saved by their goalkeeper. It's shot by Rains. It's saved again, and then he gets his second rebound, and he gets it in. Horsham 0, Bath City 1. This is what we want to see. It's our first shot on target, unless you count those 3 as 3 shots, which is also an option. We have a free kick on the edge of the area, and Jenkins Davies likes these, that's for sure. Little FM ball. Oh, it's just gone wide. We always get very hopeful when we see Jenkins Davies on a free kick like that, because we know he can hit them. But we've now grown into the match, and that's what we wanted. We had to withstand that early Horsham onslaught, but we really want to get more than one, because one always leaves the door open for a late equaliser, and that's something that stung us before in matches, and we don't want to see that again. But that is half time. Horsham 0, Bath City 1. Can't really complain too much, but I agree with what we selected there. We do have another gear, and I'd like to find it. I think it might be time to bring Hagan on quite soon, because again, Wilson's been absent. He scored one last game, but we haven't seen anything of him this game. So yeah, let's just do the singular substitution. Hagan for Callum Wilson. Imagine if we had Callum Wilson here. Good lord. Quiet start to this second half. No highlights to speak of yet. It is a fairly even game stat-wise, which is a little bit worrying. I think it's time for a double substitution that I like to make. Ash is going to come on for Barton, because Barton's been a little bit worrying. And is it time to bring Beardmore on? I think so. Probably not for Roos, though. Every time Roos has been absent from this team, the team has sort of fallen apart, which is a little bit worrying. I'll be perfectly honest. Still a very, very even game. But I'll be honest, if I don't see another highlight for the rest of the game, I won't complain. Let's bring on our new left back. That'll be our final substitution for the game, I would imagine. It's Horsham running forward here. We've got plenty of players back though, and Hagen wins that back very, very well. Tilson, Beardmore, finds Roos. Gimia come into that midfield role. Reigns finds Alves down the line. Can Alves find someone? Crossing from the right-hand side, hopefully. No, he goes in himself. Roos, and that is 2-0. Great play by Alves on that right-hand side. He picked up a hat-trick in the last game against Slough and an assist. He put perfect 10 performance, and he's done it here. Lovely bit of skill to beat his man that he finds Roos all completely on his own in the area, and Roos will put them away when he finds them. Horsham 0, Bath City 2. And it looks like we're going to finish this episode in the playoff places. If we just expand that table. Oh, Maidstone are winning. I thought Maidstone had played before this. Oh, they're beating Tonbridge Angels, and Tonbridge Angels are right down here somewhere, yeah. No, we're not going to finish in the playoffs. That's really, really sad. But we are very, very much keeping up with those teams. And there are a couple of teams in those playoffs that are on a run of bad form, I'd noticed. Which is very good for us. We just need to keep winning. Reigns finding space, saved by the Horsham goalkeeper. It's back in again, and that's gone out for a goal kick. But that should be about it for this match. 1 minute left. And that is it. Horsham 0, Bath City 2. Exactly what we wanted to see. Come out, proper, competent, 2-0 win. Keep the wins ticking in. We've turned our form around in this episode. And that's 2 wins on the bounce now. Maidstone did run out winners. But we're starting to reel people in. If you look at Dagenham and Redbridge, for example, we're now only 3 points behind them. I don't know why I'm doing it on this screen. We're only 3 points behind Dagenham and Redbridge now. We're 2 points behind Maidstone and 6 points behind Hornchurch, who I believe are on a bad run of form and are up in the next episode, because I did look ahead when I was planning this video, and I want to come back for the Hornchurch game and the Chelmsford City game, because those two are both in the playoffs. Chelmsford City sitting in second place right now, 4 points behind leaders AFC Totton, and obviously Hornchurch are in 5th. By the time we get there, if we can maintain our results, we might be within touching distance of Hornchurch. So it's really exciting times. We will come back for those 2 games against Hornchurch and Chelmsford City. Massive, massive games in our playoff hunt. And Hornchurch is at home, Chelmsford is away. Chelmsford will be a really difficult game. And hopefully, between those matches, I can maintain the form. We'll see, won't we? But if you've enjoyed this episode, give it a like, subscribe if you are new, hit the bell notification icon if you want to keep up to date with all these videos coming out, and the new series that are on their way. And I will see you in the next video. See you then!